That's always a complicated question. There are ways that we can work it out so that you can do a no money down bankruptcy. I typically try not to do them that way. I'll put it that way. The number one question is, how much does a bankruptcy cost? That's, most people ask that. You know, it's important. We know how much a shirt costs when we go into a store. We want to know how much it costs to file a bankruptcy. And anybody can look up the filing fees. So a Chapter 7 is $335 and a Chapter 13 is $310. That's how much the court requires you pay to file a bankruptcy. Attorney fees are different. They vary. They're case by case, depending on the client and what their needs are and what the work is going to be involved. There are companies that will help with financing to do a no money down bankruptcy, and that's what most attorneys that advertise no money down, they are using finance companies that help with that process. And I tend to shy away from those companies because you end up paying a lot more for the bankruptcy in the long run. But sometimes they work for people. Sometimes that's the best option, because if you're getting garnished and 25% of your paycheck is going out the door before you even get your paycheck, it's hard to file for a bankruptcy. So we can work with you and see if that's the best option to do a financing of a bankruptcy, so you can do a no money down bankruptcy. And that is something that can work for people. That typically makes the cost somewhere over $2,000. Our costs for Chapter 7 range from about $1,000 to $1,500. Chapter 13 we can do for no money down because there are what are called no-look fees, meaning that the court sets a flat rate for Chapter 13s that get paid, the attorneys get paid through the bankruptcy plan. So those are a little easier to do with no money down, because we can roll that Chapter 13 filing fee into the plan also. So you're just making monthly payments to the trustee, and the attorney gets paid out of that payment plan. So all of this basically to say that usually we sit down with each other in our consultation and figure out how much it's going to cost, and you won't leave that office without knowing the options and what the cost would be.